Good afternoon and welcome from St Andrew's Church here in Easton Green. Some good news. If you look behind me, you will see that the church is open, and we've been given authority by the government and also by the Church of England to open the church for private prayer. And that is for private prayer only at this stage, so there'll be no services, I'm afraid. However, as things have changed in our world with the coronavirus, so things will be changing in terms of what we can do and how we move around our church building. And I thought it might be useful at this time just to take you in and show you around the church and to show you some of the new rules and requirements to help us stay safe at this time. So let's go in and have a look in the church. So as you start to enter the church, the first thing you will see is a sign reminding people of why the building is open, and it's open for private prayer only. But let's go into our church. As we enter the church, the first thing you'll notice is how clean the building is. The building's been closed for some considerable weeks now due to the coronavirus, and has over this past weekend gone through a deep clean. You'll notice that all the notices off the notice board have been removed, and at the back of church, on the cupboards and also where the leaflets are, has all been cleared off and cleansed. The reason for that is to make sure that it is easy for us to clean within the church. But as you walk into the church, first thing you'll see is the sign. The sign that reminds you of the need to sanitise when entering and leaving the building. Now, many of us have our own sanitizer which we carry around with us wherever we go, and so please feel free to use that. But if you haven't got any, then please feel free to use the sanitizer at the back of church. It also reminds us of the need to keep your social distance, and this is especially important when you are entering or leaving the building. If, as you enter the building, there is somebody trying to leave, we'd ask you please to stand back and give them the 2 meters to let them exit the building first before you enter. Now, as we walk into the church, you will notice that the side room has been closed with a do not enter sign. The toilets and the kitchen facilities have been taken out of action at this time, so there are no toilet facilities within the church. You'll also notice that if there is an emergency, then the emergency exit is through those doors, so please do use those doors if you need to exit in an emergency. As we then move into the main body of the church, you'll see that some of the pews have been blocked off. The reason for this is to help with the 2 meter distancing and to ensure that people are not sitting close together. Now, clearly, if you are already residing in the same household, then you are able to sit together. But other than that, you will be expected, please, to use the open pews and 1 person per pew to make sure that everybody keeps a safety distance of 2 meters. But as we progress up the church, the one thing that you'll notice and that we do use is the choir stalls on occasions for some of our services. For this period of time, we have actually closed off the choir stalls, again because of the 2 meter distancing. It's very difficult to create 2 meters within that space. So we've closed the choir stalls off. So when you come into church to pray, we'd ask you to use the main pews and to use the pews that are open. And a reminder that we are looking for only 1 person per pew, please, to help with that social distancing. One of the main parts of our building is the upper room. And on occasions, people do like to go into the upper room to pray. Unfortunately, that is also being closed off for this period of time. And again, it's to help with the cleaning of the church. But we do ask you to come to church. We do ask you to use our building for private prayer. And the church will be open on Sundays and Thursdays. And we'd ask you please to follow the instructions that we've just gone through. The church is available for people to enter and to pray at a time when prayer is really important. And we look forward to welcoming you back into St Andrew's Church for private